Here's how to recharge your air conditioner using one of these refill kits. I'm using the AC recharging kit from Emzone. It comes with 2 cans of R12A refrigerant, holes with a gauge, and also connections here for older vehicles with R12. This vehicle originally comes with R134A refrigerant. This kit here is an R12A refrigerant, which is supposedly better than 134A. I've taken the vehicle to a mechanic to have the vehicle properly vacuumed out of the 134 refrigerant before replacing it with the R12A refrigerant, because it's probably not a good idea to mix coolants. Always make sure you use safety glasses and gloves when dealing with the air conditioning. Next, we're going to locate the low pressure service port. It's usually located on the larger line that goes to the compressor into the firewall, and remove the dust cap. You can tell that the system has no refrigerant if you poke a screwdriver down at the Schrader valve and no gases escape. Before we install the refrigerant can, we got to make sure we back off this valve here so that the little needle in there doesn't poke the can when we reinstall it. Now with the needle up, I can connect my refrigerant can. Now I'm going to connect the quick connector to the low side service port on the car and make sure it's secured snugly. With this valve tightened all the way down, if the system had pressure on it, it would show up on this gauge right here. Since my system has no coolant, I'm going to give it an initial charge without the AC compressor running. So I'm going to start by turning this valve in to puncture the seal on the can. I can hear some of the gas going in right now. And then I'm going to back it off slightly to allow the gas to go into the system. As you can see, the gauge is reading in the green zone. As you're doing this, it's a good idea to keep the can upside down and shake it lightly so all the refrigerant goes in. I'm just going to tighten this off here as I've reached my initial charge, and then I'm going to start the vehicle and engage the AC compressor. With the vehicle on, set the air condition to blow at the coldest setting. Fan speed turned to maximum. Now that the vehicle's been started, I'm going to begin by opening the valve a little bit and allow the refrigerant to go in. As you can see, the valve is slowly climbing, and shake the can while the refrigerant's going in. You can see that the compressor is engaging, which is a good thing. We know that there's enough refrigerant in the system to turn it on. According to the sticker under the hood, the maximum 134A coolant that this system will take is 0.85 kilograms. On the bottle it says it's equivalent to 425 grams of 134A coolant. That means we need roughly 2 bottles of coolant for the entire system. This refrigerant actually contains dye, which is great for finding leaks. You can actually see some of the dye leaking on this cheap gauge that I have here. You can also rev up the engine to make the refrigerant cycle faster throughout the system. As you can see, after 1 can, the pressure is just above the green zone when it should be well into the blue zone. So it looks like it could use a little bit more refrigerant. I'm going to close off the can at the bottom here. Then I'm going to disconnect the hose from the Schrader valve. Then we're going to repeat the procedure for the second bottle until the desired pressure is reached. Then we're going to replace the low side dust cap onto the Schrader valve. What's interesting is that this kit also comes with an oil tester to see how much oil is in the compressor. Once the refrigerant has had time to go through the system, we need to use a UV light to look for leaks at all the connections and along all of the air condition lines. The last step is to add this sticker under the hood to indicate that the refrigerant has been changed to R12A. You know you did the job right when the air condition blows nice and cold.